Hey guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to rig anime visual. In here, for expression I will use plane shape. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first we add a new join. Bring this up. This will be head join. Okay, we can duplicate this. Then snap to the center of the eye. This will be eye cornea. And then we can paint skin the eye mesh to the eye cornea. Okay, next is we can duplicate this. This will be eye join. In here I don't have any specific method, so I'm just guessing. And then select the eye cornea and shift select the eye join and we can parent this. Select the eye join and the eye cornea, add constraint orient, check the maintain offset and hit apply. Then select the head and the eye cornea and hit apply again. In here we have two constraints. Set the eye to 0.2 and the head to 0.8. So why am I doing this? Because I want the eye to always face forward. For example, as you can see here, it will have a weird look. So this is why I want the eye to always face forward. Next is we need to adjust the eye pivot. Next is we need to create a new controller. Rename it to CTIL and then we can group it. Okay, and then we can add constraint aim. For the work up type, I will use object rotation up, so we need a work up object. Okay, first we can create a new locator, bring this up, and then rename it to UPVI. And then we can copy this to here. And because our front axis is z-axis, so we need to set the aim vector to z-axis like this. And select the eye controller and the eye join, hit apply. Let's check. And then select the eye controller and the eye cornea, can add constraint scale. Okay, the eye is done. And now we can create a new controller for the head. Let's duplicate this controller and rename it. And then we can snap it to the head joint. And then we can parent the eye controller and UPVI to the head controller. And we can hide the UPVI. And we can parent constrain the head joint to the head controller. Next, we can pen skin the hair and the head to the head joint. Okay, next step for the expression. Here I already have a collection of plane shape. First, we can duplicate this controller, rename it to eyebrow, and then we can place it next to the head. Okay, and then I want to make a container for the controller, so we can go to create, curve tool, and then CV curve tool. Okay, this will be eye container. Can parent this to the eyebrow group, and then 0 the translate. And we can edit the shape. Okay, and then we can go to the attribute editor, go to display, drawing override, enable override, and set to template, so we cannot select the container. And for the controller, in here we only use 2 axis, so we can lock and hide the other attribute. Okay, and then we can go to attribute editor again, limit information. In the translate, we can set this limit. And now we can connect the controller to the plane shape. In here, I will use set driven key, select the controller and load driver, and then right click on the plane shape, select plane shape node, and load driven. First is the translate Y, and eyebrow up, can hit key, and then bring the controller up, the plane shape to 1. Okay, next is eyebrow down, you can key, bring the controller down, set the plane shape to 1, and then you can key again. Next is the X value, this will be set, can key again, set the controller to 1, and the plane shape to 1, you can key again, and then angry key, set the controller to -1, the plane shape to 1, and then you can key again, and there we go. Alright, it's working. Next is eyelid, can duplicate the controller, rename it to eyelid. Okay, we can load driver again, and we can do the same process. Alright, next step is phoneme. Can duplicate the controller again. This will be phoneme A. Okay, for phoneme I just need one axis, so we can lock and hide the y-axis, and for the limit we can set the minimum to 0. Okay, and then for the container we can disable the override first. We can then edit the container like this, and then we can enable override again. Okay, this have same process. We can load driver. This will be L. Set value to 1. The plane shift to 1. Back to 0. Okay. And then same process for the other phoneme. Okay, and then for the right A, it's have same process. We can mirror the I join. Okay, and then we can duplicate the I controller. We can set -1 for the X translate, and then here we can clean up this constraint first, and then we can bind skin the eye mesh. Okay, and then select the eye joint, and then the eye cornea, and constraint orient. Select the head joint and eye cornea, constraint orient again. Here you can set the constraint. Next is select the controller. This you select the eye joint and eye constraint. Alright, select the controller and the eye cornea, then constraint scale. Okay, there we go. Let's check. Okay, it's all working, and that's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.